Hey, what's up, folks? Chef Jesse here. Well, today, folks, I just want to take a minute and thank everybody. Yesterday I got the first vaccine, and I was kind of nervous, side effects and stuff like that. It wasn't about pain in my arm. I mean, that's the least of my worries. Everybody was telling me, oh, don't worry, it doesn't hurt. It's a little bit of pain in your arm. I'm not worried about pain in my arm. I'm worried about growing another head or growing something else. So anyway, well, if I go to that, it would... Anyway, I am making today chicken soup. I'm making easy chicken soup, nothing fancy with potatoes and noodles and corn, none of that stuff. I'm making a diner style, snack bar style, soup, chicken soup, very simple. Okay, so what I did, I took a chicken breast. I'm using just chicken breast. I took a big, pretty chunk of chicken breast, about that big, and I chopped it up in cubes, little cubes, and I'm boiling it in water right now. And then I'm going to start making my soup. So you're going to be with me while I make this soup. So stay tuned, watch. Okay, here we go. So in this pot here, I'm boiling my chicken, and I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to start off by this big pot here. I'm going to start off by putting some olive oil in there. Okay, about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay. Now bear with me, my kitchen is small. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay. And I'm going to start cutting up my vegetables, because I want to saute my vegetables in there. And you're going to, let me swing this over here, and you're going to see me cutting up my vegetables here. So let me see. Do you see me? No, you don't see me. There we go. Where we go? Okay, there we go. So I'm using 2 stalks of celery. Okay. Let me get my bigger knife. I got a bigger knife for that. So I'm using 2 stalks of celeries, and I'm cutting them into, slices. You see the slices, not too big, not too small. Okay, there you go. Very simple. This is going to be very simple, folks. This is a very simple soup, and it gives you a lot of good flavor, especially in a day like this. Well, earlier it was rainy and nasty, but the sun is coming out now. But anyway, I'm going to make the soup anyway. It doesn't matter. There you go. Just cutting this celery up smells delicious. Okay, so I'm going to start off. I'm going to put my celery into the pot, right? Of course, right? There you go. There you go. Celery is good for you. Okay. Then I'm going to use, I got 3 carrots. 3 carrots here. And let me cut the tips off. Like so. Okay. And I'm going to cut them into little wheels. And this stuff is, okay. Carrots is very good for you. It's very good for your eyes. You've never seen a rabbit wearing glasses, have you? Bugs Bunny doesn't wear eyeglasses. Okay. There you go. Okay, lots of carrots. Carrots are good for you. Okay. So, I started out with carrots, celery and carrots, and that's it. Olive oil and butter. Okay. About 3 tablespoons of olive oil. 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay. There we go. Okay. So that should be enough carrots. There we go. Okay. I'm going to start on my stove. Okay, medium. And I'm going to start cooking that. And this thing is, it's going to have a lot of flavor. I'm going to, okay. And let's see if you see that. Okay. So here I got my, this is my start of my soup. Okay. And, okay, so I got my chicken. I boiled my chicken just to soften it up, and it should be soft. And I'm going to keep it there, and then I'm going to start to get these vegetables going. Okay, this is all you got to do. You start off with celery and carrots, okay, for now. And then I'm going to show you, we're going to add some cilantro in there. We're going to add some green onions. And then we're going to add the water from the chicken into here with the chicken. We're going to use some chicken stock, chicken broth. And we're going to throw in some, like I said, some green onions in there. Oh, you know what? I'll throw the green onions in there now. We'll cook everything together. There we go. Okay, that's done with. Okay, now I'm going to cook all this together. Already I'm starting to smell it. I mean, this is amazing. Already I can smell it. Okay, and just cook that over low flame. Maybe, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, just enough to break down the celery and break down a little bit the carrots. So you use your own judgment, and you'll be good. After this is done, like I said, I'm gonna throw the chicken in there with the water that the chicken was boiled in because it has flavor in it already. I'm gonna throw it in there. I'm gonna use some beef broth, and then I'm gonna throw in my cilantro, and then we're gonna cook all that together for a little while, and then we're gonna throw in our noodles, and the soup is done. It's terrific. Stand by. So let me cut up I'm gonna cut up my cilantro. I got some nice cilantro. I don't want to use these stalks of the cilantro, so I'm gonna just try to get the leaves off as much as I could. And if you get one of these twigs or whatever the hell you call them, no big deal. But I just want to avoid using the. I just want the leaves actually. So the leaves of the cilantro. This is fresh cilantro that I just bought in the market. And there we go. Okay. So, and this is very good. Cilantro gives it a good flavor. There we go. And again, I'm not looking for these stalks or whatever the hell you call these things. Okay. So I'm just looking for the leaves. I just want the leaves. Okay. And if you get a little bit of the thing there, it doesn't matter. Okay. So now you start to chop. Okay. There you go, just like this, okay? There you go. Okay, there you go. Okay, chop it up as small as possible. There you go. If you need some more, just add some more. But this looks like it's good. Okay. You can smell the flavor of this fresh cilantro. It's delicious. It really is. Okay, put that into this cup here. There you go. Okay, there you go. Okay. There you go. You got a little bit. I'm going to chop up a little bit more. And watch your fingers. I mean, you gotta watch your fingers when you chop up. You know, unless you're a professional like myself. You might chop your finger off. So, there we go. There we go. Okay. What I do to avoid chopping my fingers, I don't go like this. I don't go like this. Go like this. So the knife goes right off. In case you do, miss. So by doing that, you can hold it, and this will slip right off, and you won't cut your fingers. Okay. Okay. You can also go like this. Just be careful, okay? Just be careful when you and start off slow. If you're not a professional chef or anything, don't try to show off to your family because you'll chop your finger off. So just cut it as best you can. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. Okay, and there you go. Now my celery and my green onions are cooking. It's starting to smell very good. This is just very simple. The carrots and the celery. With this alone, the house smells delicious. So, okay. Now you can throw in the cilantro in if you want. Okay, doesn't matter to get all the flavors to combine. Okay, you're gonna combine all these flavors, and the green onions are in there, and it is smelling so good. So I'm going to let that cook for another maybe 5 minutes or so, say 5-10 minutes, give or take. I'm going to add some salt to this. I have one of these salt things, grinders. I'm going to give it a 4 grinds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Later on, you're going to taste the soup and see if you need any more salt. And the same thing with the black pepper. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Okay. Later on, you're going to taste it for flavor, okay? Remember that you're putting in chicken stock in here. Chicken stock has salt in it. I usually buy the low sodium one, which is good. But it still has some kind of salt, okay? So, And this smells delicious. Just this smells delicious, folks. It's amazing. Okay, so okay, let me let it cook down. You can see the celery is starting to become translucent a bit. The carrots are kind of hard, so you won't really be able to break down the carrots that much. But the carrots will definitely soften up when you boil it. So don't worry about that. Okay. So folks, it's looking good. My chicken soup, my Jewish penicillin, it is looking good. My vegetables are smelling real nice. The whole house smells. I'm gonna start preparing and putting this together. Watch me. So folks, I'm using chicken broth, Progresso. It's just the brand that I like to use, and it's a good price. It was on special. So I'm going to use this whole box, which is 32 ounces. And then I'm going to also use some of the liquid that the chicken was boiled in to give it a little more, add more flavor to it. So let's show you how we do that. Okay. So my vegetables are just about broken down, and then they're going to continue boiling. Anyway, so just like that. Just make sure you shake this. Shake it well. I love these boxes. I really do. I don't know. I really do. There you go. So 32 ounces of this chicken broth. There you go. And of course you can add more if you're making more soup. You can add more to it, and you know. Now I'm going to take the chicken. I'm going to bring this up to a quick boil. I'm going to take the chicken and add the chicken in there. Okay, very simple chicken soup. This is the stuff you find in diners, restaurants, that they give you before they tell you soup or salad. This is what they give you. Okay, so this is the liquid that the chicken was boiled in. I'm going to add some in there, almost all of it. And I'm going to bring this to a quick boil. Okay. And then I'm going to taste it and see what it needs. If it needs a little, if it's too strong, I might add a little bit of water. If it needs some salt, I'll add some salt. I'm going to put some garlic powder in there, because you know me and garlic. It's good for it's good for vampires. It's good to keep your friends away. So that was about 2 tablespoons, I would say, give or take, not even. And this stuff smells good. Okay, so I'm going to bring it to a quick boil, and then I'm going to taste it and see what it needs. So stay tuned. Now look at this. This is cooking like it looks like a witch's brew. Oh man, look at that. Look at the vegetables. Look at the chicken in there. So I just brought it to a second boil. Let me taste this. This is hot. Let me taste this. This is freaking hot. Hot, hot, hot. So I brought it to a second boil. Like I said, I brought it to a second boil. I'm going to let it boil there for maybe 5 minutes or so. Then I'm going to lower the flame, let it simmer, and then I'm going to add the noodles to it. So let me taste how this tastes. Perfect. This is perfect. You don't want to over salt it. You don't want to do anything, overdo it. This is terrific. Oh, let me go wash this. So yeah, folks, that's it. So now I'm gonna let it simmer, and then I'm gonna be using these noodles. Some people, you know, I use these egg noodles. Okay, and I'm gonna put in. I usually put in like half a bag. And you know they grow, so put about half a bag. This bag is 12 ounces, so I would say maybe half of this bag should do it. You don't want to overdo the soup with a lot of noodles. I mean, I don't like a lot of tons of. I don't even like the noodles too much. But I'm gonna put half of this, you know. And again, if you keep eyeing, if you need some more, you add some more. But start off with half, okay? Okay, folks, so I'm ready to put in my noodles in there, and watch this. Watch this. This is boiling. Oh my God, look at that. So I'm gonna add about half of the bag. And I don't want too much. Like I said, I don't want to overcome the soup with it. I'm gonna add like a handful, maybe a handful and a half. Then I'm gonna check it out, make sure that it's good. Okay, and these things cook up real quick, so in a couple minutes you'll see how much noodles you have in there. And if you need more noodles, just dump in another handful. But I don't want too many noodles today in there, so that's why. But you can put as many noodles as you want. I'm gonna put a little bit more, like maybe a little handful more, and that's it. And that's it, folks. That's about half of the bag, right? And that should be good. Now, just put the flame up on that. Let this boil for another couple minutes till the noodles get softened up, and voila, you have your soup. Look at that. Look at that. Look how good that looks. So I'm gonna cover this up. Let the noodles cook in there for about 5 minutes or so, soften up, and my soup is done, folks. My soup is done. So today we're gonna have soup, chicken soup. We're gonna have some not homemade, but we're gonna have some chicken nuggets as a side dish with some fries. Hey, McDonald's style. And there's some shrimp in the refrigerator we gotta eat. So maybe we'll have a shrimp, but we gotta get rid of that shrimp. It's defrosted. It's sitting in the refrigerator since yesterday, so we gotta get rid of it. So anyway, folks, that's today's dinner. So stay tuned because you're gonna see the finishing touch. So folks, my soup is done. The noodles are done. Let me show you how it looks. Yeah. Here we go. Look at that. 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 Delicious. Smells delicious too. Old-fashioned chicken noodle soup, known as Jewish penicillin. This is a basic chicken soup. This is nothing fancy with potatoes and corn and none of that stuff, and noodles, long noodles, and salami. This is not that. This is a simple chicken noodle soup, the ones you find like in a diner or you find in a snack bar. You know, one of those things. You know what I'm talking about. So simple chicken soup, and I just showed you how to do it. And this is great for a day that's nice and rainy and gloomy outside. So anyway, folks, with that said, I am finishing my soup, and I'm going to go take a break now, and then I'll be back later with the second part of this dinner.